one last strike here. Now there's a bit of a myth. People think that crocodile will run you down on land 100 mile an hour, right? And that's not the case. We'll show you Bluey's top speed on land. Now have a look as he sets up here, gets ready for a strike. Hey boy, come on. He strikes out of the water, but watch this. See that? I'm walking backwards quicker than Bluey can come forward. No problem at all. Once he's out on land, I can sit down right in front of Bluey, and I'm nervous, but see how he's not coming to get me. He's going back towards the water. I'm in a compromising position. Look at me. You'd think he'd be striking out of the water trying to grab me. Not the case. And that's because he knows where he's quick and where he's not. In the water, he is dynamite. That's his element. And he's built like a torpedo. He's not built like a racehorse. He's got little legs, he's got a big long tail, he's got a head that weighs probably half as much as I do. He is built for an aquatic lifestyle, hunting in the water and at the water's edge. It's pretty clear. I mean, have a look. The second that I just even gesture towards his water, look at what he does. He goes under, he starts to stalk, he's got that flick in his tail, he's getting ready to set up a strike. He gets keen. Watch this. See that? See how when I tap there on the edge of the water? See how he turns onto that? He starts to get really keen. Now, this is a really good indication of that strike zone. It's within about 4 or 5 meters. If a crocodile feels vibration within that zone, they're going to be interested. They're going to be coming in to have a bit of a look. So you just want to avoid that. Don't go swimming in croc territory. Always stay back here about 4 or 5 meters from the water's edge. And as Mum showed you, don't overhang the water. Follow those 3 simple rules and you'll be fine. You've got nothing to worry about in croc territory. Unfortunately though, people break these rules all the time. There's someone who's just doing the wrong thing in croc territory and an attack can occur. It does happen. It's very unfortunate. It's devastating for the human life involved. At the end of the day, this is a big, powerful predator. But it's also devastating for the crocodiles as well, because every time there's an altercation, people want them killed. They want to cull out all the crocodiles, remove these animals, get rid of them. And that is really not going to solve much of anything. It's going to create a false sense of security in that area that you've done a crocodile cull, because there'll be other ones that'll just move back in. And it also creates just absolute environmental turmoil. It's shocking for the ecosystem. This is your top predator. This is the roof of the house. You remove that, everything will suffer. So let's just manage our behaviour. It's not rocket science. We can just give these guys a little bit of space and we'll be just fine. We can also then ensure their future and live a harmonious life with one of the most spectacular creatures on the planet. Aren't they just gorgeous? Now, Bluey, he's done a good show, hasn't he? Isn't he such a great crocodile? I love him. You're such a legend, Blue. But it's time we get him really fired up with something big, something he can really sink his teeth into. Let's give it a go. Thanks, mate. All right, now, what we've got here, big piece of feral pig on a string, on a rope. Now, notice here, I'm gonna act exactly like a large animal coming down for a drink, splashing next to the water. I'm gonna be tugging on this rope, replicating if Bluey grabs a big animal, something my size or larger. He sets up, he has a little look, and then boom, he sets that hit. He grabs the animal, whoop. But the animal's really dumb and comes back again. And he grabs it, and he grabs that animal. He clamps down using all that jaw pressure. That animal's starting to fight back. So Bluey's got to use some techniques to overpower this animal. Now what he'll do is, first of all, he'll lug it. He'll use all of his jaw pressure to clamp down very, very hard. And if he needs to, he'll death roll, just like that. That is gonna disorient that animal very quickly, and it's gonna throw it off its feet. That animal's not gonna know which way is up, drowns it very quickly. I'm gonna keep fighting, and we'll see. Oh, another one. Now, might not look like it from there. There's a heck of a lot of tension. He is very strong. Very, very strong animal. Now, I'm gonna pull him up here and see if we can go for one more death roll. Look at how he shuts his eyes. He can actually roll his eyes back into his head to make sure that he doesn't get, another one, a hoof to the face. If this was a large pig, a deer, a big cow, something like that. Pull him up here. Good boy, Bluey. Now, the most important part of this is making sure that he gets his tucker. He's done a great job. Here you go, big boy. Pull him up. Good stuff. Give it up for Bluey. I'm all tuckered out. Wow, you're a powerful animal. Now, look at him. He can't chew. Crocodiles can't chew. They've got to actually lift their head out of the water, and whatever piece they've got, juggle it around, swallow it down whole, counterbalancing with that big old tail. Now, listen carefully. Might not be able to hear it from there, but as he juggles that around, you can hear the crunch. He's going straight through solid bone like it's nothing. These guys, they're an awe-inspiring animal. And you know, the most important thing is that he has a good day. You can see how much he loves it. It's like playing tug of war with your dog at home, except he weighs 350 kilos. But he really loves getting to come out here, utilize all of these predatory instincts, and have an awesome day. That's what it's all about here. That's why we're so proud to continue Dad's legacy with crocodiles, giving our crocs an awesome life at the zoo, but also educating everyone about their importance. They're not an animal to be hated or feared, they're an animal to be celebrated. Just because they're big and scaly and got sharp teeth doesn't mean we can't love them just as much as any of our Australian icons. These guys are gorgeous. Well, on that note, Bluey, he's not real keen on food anymore, so I don't know how we're going to get him home. I think someone is going to have to jump in there with him and swim him all the way home. Now, we could volunteer this. Yeah, who wants to jump in there with him? Swim him home. Yeah? Can we